Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Yeah, Black Orb, I saw that some of your messages were double. And hello, Bird Brain with. And David and Monster and Viper and Japanese Gremlin and John C. Bingos and the Absent-Minded. Boomcrafts and Franco. Apex and Willie. Also, Jossie. Yeah, I try to be on time. Though there are times where, I've been late. Congrats, Black Orb, on 4 months. It feels like it's longer than that. Perhaps that's just the membership. It's also interesting seeing the shield symbol now. I'm not here. Oh wow, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for reminding me. I know some plan a lot of stuff for that day, but I don't have anything planned, like special outfits or anything. Just another day. To some degree. I mean, if you could treat every day like a form of Valentine's Day, then that would be pretty special too. Not that every day has to be flowers and chocolates, but there can be hearts every day. A smile, a kind gesture. Hello, Ball. I still wonder why you call me overthinking, but I guess I'm overthinking asking that question. You're watching in the dark? Oh yeah, I saw on Discord it said you had no power. You can't spell overthinking without OVT. That's actually pretty funny. Okay, so. Oh wow, congrats David on being the final extraction. Are you saying that when you get extracted though, it counts for everyone? Oh, chocolate on discount, yeah, now you're thinking. Now you're pod racing. Yeah, like a deep thinking sad or something. Below thunder. Okay. Today, we are returning to the 30-minute sisters, or 30-minute sister in this case. Now, this is made by Bondi. However, we do have some other models we're going to be building in the future from, I believe it's pronounced Kotobukiya or Kotobukiya. And I'm really looking forward to those models. The 30-minute sister is pretty interesting. However, compared to the Kotobukiya ones, these seem a little bit on the cheaper side, or kind of like smaller, a little bit more like flimsy. Still fun though. But we have multiple accessory kits to explore. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Bird, about being happy alone versus miserable together, like if you had to choose between the two. Hello, Bird. Six back to back. Must be talking about Helldivers. They seem pretty high quality. Also, Japanese gremlin. That is really unfortunate, by the way. About going to a convention and hoping to meet someone, and then finding out it's someone with the same name, but not the person you intended. Hello. LOL, Valerian. Oh my. I don't know why this time is like really weak. Oh wow, Chauncey. Yeah, I wonder how long this will be. The person, Christopher Larkin, that was there, are they a voice actor or something? Okay, so before I grab the packages, we're going to display a new, like, cutting net, which I've previewed before, but I've never used it. Hello, Curtin What? Well, it looks crazy on camera. Like, it looks almost blurry, but I don't think it's actually blurry. I think it's just the way the camera is picking it up. But let me adjust the focus to see. Okay, yeah, I guess it's just... Oh wait, wrong camera. 1 moment. Beep boop. Beep boop. Beep boop. Beep boop. Beep beep beep. Okay, yeah, I guess it's just the way the camera sort of looks. Boop. Boop 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 boop. Hello, Dryball. Hello, JP and Maggie. And Shin. I guess this is what happens when I actually stream at an okay time for Minnie. At least for some parts of the world. Okay, now for all of the items we're going to be exploring. And hello, is that all? So the first thing is Earth. We built her in the past. This is Luce, I believe Italian. Luce. Obviously, the artwork has a very particular look to it. And the model is a little bit different. Like, not only colors, but like the quality of the face is a little different than, you know, how it appears on the box. Though similar. I'm really curious to see how the Kotobukiya ones end up turning out. The frame arms are all... Okay, now for the fun part. The accessories. Oh yeah, Maggie, are you gonna be building your 30-minute sister? Wow. While the stream is on? Thank you, Maggie. Okay, so we have multiple items. Well, it's nice to see you, Galarian. I'm curious what the last stream was, or what I was playing last. Wow, Black Lord, yeah, it's interesting that your messages are like super messing up. Mods ban them. So, this one is specifically, from what it appears, is like swimsuit pieces. I believe it's the highlighted area, so it might be the fleshy parts. I'm not too sure. Oh, I was talking about temporal. Like, joking. I really like this hair. I have to say, if there was something that I didn't care for about this model, it's the hair. It's okay, I like the hair to some degree, but I think I would prefer to get different hair. Maybe even a different 30-minute sister, but we'll see how it all changes when, you know, more pieces are added on. So this is just one pack. Okay, yeah, it does come with, like, skin. So we have this one. And all of these are from Frown, by the way, including the cutting board, so thank you. And even, like, the share was purchased due to some gift cards from Throne. So much of this experience is just, like, you know, if I were to be really cheesy, I would say funded by viewers like you. Oh my goodness, Black Orb. Your messages duplicated 4 times. It's actually crazy. Make her bald? True. But like, look at this short hair. It's super cute. This is another art pack. So like even more white or the black pieces. Okay, yeah, so it's like legs, arms, hands, feet. So we'll look into that. But you can see some on the side too. Some ideas. Like, oh my goodness, look at this hairstyle, super cute. It's like a swimsuit version. Also, I started watching the Frame Arms Barrel Blu-ray on the PlayStation 5, and that's the first thing I've actually like done in the PlayStation 5 outside of installing games. Here's another part spot, like body parts. Oh, there you go. Our virtual time, funded in part by viewers like you. You like it cheesy, or you like cheesy, like cheese pizza? Hello, Frederick. Okay, so this pack, I believe, is just like fleshy legs and arms. Possibly even like some more face. I'm not sure, we'll find out. Arms and legs, yeah. So if I wanted her to just be completely like bikini, which I might. Okay, so this one, we will do the body parts and the arms and legs, and then this one, we'll do the swimsuit. And the other one, I guess, this one right here, will just kind of be like a spare, or if I get another 30-minute sister, I suppose. But yeah. Yeah, I haven't opened these yet fully, so I'll probably take them off camera to trim them open. So, one moment. Also, I'm enjoying that some of this music I don't think we've heard before, because I have a slightly different filter set. Also, I don't know if any of you have seen, but I saw someone post on X a really interesting video of the new band or bond model by Toria that featured the limbless version, like where the legs were like this and then the arms were also off, and they're laying on a repair table, and it was a pretty interesting video. I really like their hair too. I didn't even realize you could change the hair. I didn't even think about it. Honestly, it's an avatar, so it's modular. A little big name with playlists. Okay, let me open up the package. Well, the one I'm referring to with the band model, I may have to share it. At the time, it had 12,000 likes, which was a huge victory for robot lovers. I've never seen my life as a teenage robot other than images of the character and images of the cultured content, but I've never seen that show. It was Arya and Hello Proto and Kid Kendo. And hello, Alexander. Okay, so another thing I have not used yet are this nipper tool, which I thought was kind of funny in the frame arms girl anime. They really go all out and teach about the process, and one of the things they show is this tool. The plastic looks way more baked than the picture, It looks like that, but it's kind of pale. I think it's the shadow, like the lighting, but it actually is kind of like pale. Anakin Skywalker. Oh my goodness. And hello, Beshavir is in this zone 0. Oh, okay, I got you. ZZZ. Oh yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. Which in the anime frame arms, girl, they actually depict the models as being like electronic, like they're alive, they move around. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. This was also courtesy of Ron. I don't know if Shock Knock is here, but I have something to mention to them regarding Throne. Hello, Josiah. I'm surprised you can even type with your hands all cut off. And being a blade master, you'll summon and laugh. Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, Akira Okami. There's like a little sleeve. Yeah, the music is really nice. Hello, Nintendo droid. Polynesians? What is a Polynesian? What is that? Dada's daughter kind of has the same personality type. Angel. Oh, interesting. I've heard of Dada, like the character, but I don't know much about Star Trek. But now I'm curious about this character. The daughter. My day has been good, although I've been troubleshooting, like VR stuff, and I'm making progress based on like troubleshooting stuff from Torian. However, I'm having some issues towards the end where everything is working, but then when I try to pair the last two trackers, then all of a sudden I start running into issues. So I'm just trying to troubleshoot slowly but surely. Okay, let's organize. Well, this is 2022. Wow. Music just got creepy. It's like we're about to play Silent Hill. I like it though, you know what? I don't mind erring a little bit on the side of creepiness. They're like OCs. Visual characters. I see. ambient music to sleep. Yeah. Okay, there's like a lot more pieces in here than I thought there would be for just being. Wow. Fun. What is that, Arova? The room slowly fills with fog, and then all of a sudden, there's a transition screen, and then I'm actually playing Silent Hill, and it's like, gotcha. Ooh, signals. Oh, I know what you mean. Thank you, Bird, for mentioning that. You're like my translator sometimes. Okay, what are these faces? They're just like blank. Okay, let's get this arm off. This one's being very pesky. Would be the next level prank. I understood what you meant, temporal. The ears are cute. I guess we'll keep those on for now. Oh my goodness, you just said man of boss is one of their favorite terms. Live week. Which I'm not, like, condoning that or that familiar with that. I've heard of it, but... Okay, thank you, Jassy. Okay, so... But these limbs over here... Wow, almost looks like my arm. Oh, tired. Yeah, I just like pop off my arm and start swinging it around. Okay. Alright. Enjoy the music while we calmly and casually work through this redressing of this sister. There's a surprising amount of pieces to build this. Oh my goodness, birdless. Bird brainless. Are you gonna keep that name forever? Now that Koseki Bijou has carved your name in the history books? Oh, shock. Oh, shock. I was just gonna mention that one Pokemon box from Throne. I refunded it because it basically it went up in price a little, so I canceled the order. And instead of refunding it to this round, I just refunded it back. Well, thank you, dude. Thank you for the Valentine's. Kind of like a rose, kind of like a heart. I'm not exactly sure what that color would be exactly. But thank you. It could be both. Well, Bruiser, what new game did you get? And happy Valentine's to you all as well, whether you celebrate it or you don't celebrate it. And if you don't celebrate it and you don't want to be told that, then I take it back from you. It's mine. My own. My precious. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Is that a... Johnson, were you making a Willy Wonka reference? And thank you for the hearts as well. I'm so glad I got that. Okay. Alright, so... Getting over the overwhelmed phase where you open it up and you're like, why are we still here just to suffer when we could be on Final Fantasy 14 or Battlefield 6? However, it's good. It's good to challenge yourself from time to time. You know, that's the copium I'll tell myself. But actually though, it's so amazing seeing this. I'm almost like taken by the moment. And I really enjoy these like little moments where we're just like chit-chatting too. Like it's hard to explain. You realize we have a lot of time together. Maybe it's only a few days a week. Maybe the time spent on Discord is also a lot more. And maybe I'm also being affected by the music right now, so I will try to move on. I'll go with Galaxy. Our little fireside chat. Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, alright, let's dive in. And thank you for the headbath. Or Helldivers 2. Yeah, incoming right now. And then also I transition. And then next thing you know, I'm like dropping down in a drop pod. Sitting here with no power, just candles is actually very cozy vibe, so happy to be spending it with you. Well, it is actually extra special, like having candles is literally like the little fireside. Okay, I will attempt to begin making progress so that it's like at least 3 hours and not 30 hours or, yeah. Deploying music. Yeah, although I think that's also part of it. It's just those moments of awareness and thankfulness. 800-hour sisters, yeah. Okay, so oh wow, this one literally does have a gun, but not in this set. This is gonna be record breaking. Get out of here. No way. No. Also, Zettel sign. Zettel sign, Zettel sign. You have a lot of artwork I've been meaning to look at on the server. I've been really meaning to catch up on a lot of things, a lot of channels on there. And also, I'm really trying not to let the Discord changes and might not affect me too hard, but I'd be lying if I said it isn't something that's on my mind a lot. Not just for myself, but for how it may have an impact on others and whatnot. But yeah, like you're just going along in life, and then all of a sudden, you deal with one challenge, you deal with another, and then you deal with another, and then another, and then another, and another, and another, and then eventually you're just like, why are we still here? It's just, you just want calmness. Just a little bit, just a little calm, little water, little moves. Yeah, hello Foxy. Oh, interesting, iconic deploying song. I see. That one panel makes it look like a sumo wrestler. Are you talking about this one? Suffering builds character. Wow, Lars. Thank you for quoting one of the stream titles. And yeah, that's a new emote by Demon Charco. You're playing Warframe in the streams in the background. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying the time, and that it's a nice addition to your Warframing. But yeah, we finally have like a lurking emoji. It's really cute. Question though, is the wall too big? Like, should the face be a little bit more zoomed in and the wall be a little thinner? Or is it just perfect as it is? Oh wow, gee, oh my. I did not see Bruiser what game you got. You're right. Okay. So step one would be starting to build the right arm. Oh yeah, being good for thumbnails. Yeah, and thank you all for the input about it. You also may be seeing some more artwork from other artists too on the thumbnails as I begin branching out with commissions. Oh, Blade and Sorcery. I recall it being mentioned on the Discord. Is that the VR game? Is that like a VR game? Wall to hand G ratio seems perfect. Oh, okay, I haven't really seen much about it. Okay, so we're starting off with the yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the music. I've never tried any VR game other than like VR chat. It would be interesting to try one of those games. But I see what you're saying. Okay, now that you mention it, I think I've seen a little bit of gameplay where people were just like fighting, like having a good fun time. Okay, well, this is gonna be the first time using the nippers. More variety? Well, you never know. Resident Evil 7? Oh my goodness, yeah. I thought about it, but in the end I didn't. Yeah, the X-Acto knife. Well, I miss the X-Acto, but this is probably a lot better, honestly. So, 14 and 12. Okay. Oh my goodness. What? That was so easy to even cut. Oh wow. What the heck? What the heck? I mean, it's like weirdly, it's like so well made. Like, what? It barely even feels like it cut. What the heck? That was so crazy. These things are like magic. What? No more X-Acto knife surgery, like crazy cuts. What? I was working so hard. I guess when they say use nippers, they really mean it. Honestly, this is so crazy. Like the little string. Yeah, I've pretty much looked up like what is considered the best when it came to nippers, and well, this is what I got. Although the color it like matches the board, which probably I should have done a little different, but I'm very thankful for this. And oh, and this cutting board is supposed to be really good too, like self-healing and all of that. Yeah, apparently there's not enough money in VR gaming, so you know, that's why there's not much attention probably put to it. But you never know, it could take someone making something really like earth-shattering. You're impressed. I didn't get one before. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Well, Berg, I hope you enjoy your experience. Yeah, when I was getting in VR today, because I don't get in VR too often, I was, even though it was just like a few moments, the tracking, it was really nice to be like back in VR. I also tried to join the public world, and then my controller started messing up, and also I remembered that public worlds are kind of boring sometimes. They're hit or miss. Like you either find an interesting experience or it's really just boring. Clash of Clans, I don't think I'll ever play that game. I'm not interested really. Oh yeah, the copper wire. Oh, we snip snip. Okay, so we have one piece down. B12. Vitamin B12. It's honestly kind of surreal. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's cutting. It's weird. Like, I just barely go boop, and it's like cut. Yeah, Josiah, that will be really nice. I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm not too worried about like sanding and all that. Okay, so we have And then B16. It's so weird. It barely feels like it's cutting, and yet it's so precise. Oh my goodness, it's like amazing. It's like magic. Wow. Really is like godlike. The steam frame is being affected by hardware shortages. That is interesting. Oh dear, there are little pieces that I feel like I need to trim. Oh, I'm rusty and proto. A few months ago, well, I don't really even play VR very much. It's kind of funny. I logged into film video for Ordinary Night, and prior to that, I hadn't been on VR in a while outside of testing the Avatar. I wouldn't be surprised at some point if there was even like people who claim to be me, which is kind of wild to think, but hopefully that's not happening, and it's just other Bruno users and whatnot. But yeah, I don't really get on VR too much, so. However, I've been saying for a while that that will change. Also, Black Orb, it looks like your messages are fixed now. Okay, making massive progress. How long? I think we're over 30 minutes in, and we're now putting together the first little joint. YouTube mobile? Well, I mean, it's gotta be better than Kick mobile. I love Agni. The loaf is on the left, comfy hours engaged. MNR. Oh, I'm rusty. You said, how hard is it to get into figurines building? Here's what I'm doing right now. Well, supposedly, these are 30-minute sisters, so they should only take 30 minutes. I'm not sure that that's actually why they're called that, but either way, it's not too hard. I highly recommend starting with, like, I mean, you could start with a 30-minute sister. There's no, like, paint or glue and all of that. But also the Gundams, the HG ones, they're called high grade, I believe. And that's a pretty beginner-friendly model to get into, but you do need some sort of like little clippers or something to cut things off the trays with. But a lot of these lower grade models are really just like they click together, and it has instructions. So, oh Tyler, I'd say it's pretty good, and they're actually not as expensive as they seem. They range from $18 sometimes to 20 to 30, and obviously the ranges go way more than that at times. It's been good, Tyler. Okay, wow, we got one part done. Here we go. But sometimes you might find a sale or something, 2 hour sisters, yeah. I enjoy locking in, bird. Be safe. Oh yeah, anytime you're working with glue, that's certainly another level of expertise, but we could do it for sure. Okay, so A15. And these ones have to go to the correct angle because they have to be like right arm, left arm, so you have to get the right little angle. It feels like I'm not even cutting it. It's so weird. Oh my goodness. Hello, Raphael. Oh yeah, so Maggie, you probably saw the community manager name of your chat named. Oh dear. I've met them. One system failure, corrupt. Well, enjoy your pizza tomorrow. Surely someone knows here. They follow me on X. Yeah, seemed like a Rona model. It's kind of interesting because when I first started posting videos a little while back using the Runa model, there was an individual that I know who attends a lot of events and whatnot in VR, and they also help host a lot of events. And they said that they were starting to see, like, after I posted a few videos that, did, like, were noticed a decent amount, they started seeing a lot of Runa models, including, like, with like voice mods and stuff, but like in game. And I thought that was interesting. Although Vernon is very popular already before I ever made a video. The black and white color scheme, yeah. I definitely adjusted the colors a bit to fit my taste and what I was going for. And I took off a lot of the decals that normally you see on the models. And I did that with the band model and the bond model too. I took away all the decals and the stickers and stuff. Oh wow, Galarian opening VR chat after 6 years. It certainly has changed quite a bit. Like, I haven't played that long. However, in the time that I have played, it certainly had a lot of improvements and stuff, the camera being a big one. And I have so many worlds saved to explore, especially for videos. I have not. And actually, I'm really bad about it. On X, I like so many worlds that I see, but I don't put them in a folder, so they're mixed in with all my likes and stuff I post. I have like worlds that I've liked over the past year, and it's honestly a bit like ridiculous that I've liked so many. I feel like I did this one wrong. Maybe. Maybe not. A1. Hello, Dingle. Also, in Final Fantasy, I probably shouldn't be saying, well, not that I shouldn't, but I've been taking so much time now that I beat A Realm Reborn, or like the MSQ. I've been going around and unlocking all the hard mode dungeons, and even like starting the quest for the purple weapon. But yeah, it's like enjoyable, even though it's totally slowing down my progress on the MSQ. It's gonna be like years before I reach Dawn Trail. The videos, I speak nothing but say everything. Yeah, to some degree. Oh yeah, Bruiser, really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. I know it probably could get a little bit crazy sometimes, like the context of, doing things in VR. But try to enjoy yourself. Maybe, if it helps, have like a child mind. Like there's like a philosophy, I believe like Japanese or something. The idea of having a beginner's mind, approaching everything with a sort of open, yeah, I think you understand what I mean. Like 300 hours to finish A Realm Reborn? Oh my goodness, but that was probably like during a different time. It's probably a little easier now, like quicker. But also if you read, it probably takes way longer. Oh, interesting. Galarian, well, I hope this time your graphics are good. And actually, Galarian, make sure you have your safety settings adjusted. Just saying, make sure you have proper safety settings to help avoid getting clearly crashes aren't a big thing anymore, but there are people who would have avatars, but especially made, that would try to overload your graphics card. Hello, Rick. Wow, Rick, it's been a while. I feel like the last time I saw you was during the Witness, the game. don't do the Realm Reborn's relic method unless you want to spend an age completing it. Oh my goodness. That's interesting. I will note that because I could understand if it like requires week to week like grinding stuff, kind of like in Holdlar, and in Wrath of the Lich King. There was that legendary weapon, and I certainly took some time to grind. I didn't get it when it was current content. I got it like way later, but it was fun though. You've been busy? Well, I'll play a good busy. Okay, I'm gonna lock in for a moment to do this a little bit. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see that if you cut it the incorrect way, like the wrong direction, you get like crazy pieces, like little excess. But I need to actually hold it the correct way. Oh, I see, John. See? Corpus, yeah, that is pretty fun. There is something satisfying about the completion aspect. "30 minutes in time." Yeah, I say I'm gonna lock it and then I cut one piece and then immediately start talking again. Wait, did I even cut the right piece? Yeah, I think I did. Interesting. Why do I feel like that? Okay, yeah, it's the right arm, so... interesting. Chatty streams are the best. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Temporal. I was so used to the X-Acto knife, it's crazy. It feels like strange not using the X-Acto knife. A lot of symbols. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing more with Ren. Currently they're working on an animation for like opening a treasure chest. It was something I commissioned a while back, but I think they got a little caught up with the holidays and such and kind of forgot. But they've been working on it, and it's pretty interesting what I've seen so far. Although I'm trying to sort of simplify it because they made something really interesting, but I feel like maybe it's a little too much actually, like over the top. But it really is a testament to how skilled they are, which is pretty cool. I was going for just kind of like a basic idle animation and then lifting a hand or like an arm to kind of signal that they're opening the treasure chest in front of them. And then the chest opens and then there's like glowing light. Have you noticed it? This is going to be an alert for up top. And what they've shown me as like a preview so far is pretty cool. Like the sword's out and then they put it on their back, like my avatar. And then they're kind of far from the chest, and then they hold out their hand and open it, and then but like the chest comes down and like bounces. It comes into the frame and like bounces, and then I hold out my hand, and then the lock drops off of it and it opens. It's like a lot. There's a lot going on, and I really appreciate like how animated and fluid it is, but I'd rather have it just kind of be simple, like idle animation. Hand goes out, and the chest just opens, and light comes out of it. You know, like it's just a basic alert kind of vibe, with maybe some sparkles. You have no idea what I'm doing, but it's cool to watch. Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot happening right now, but that is true. I thought about getting the X-Acto knife, but I'm gonna try to do it without it. Deeply melodic, yeah. Music, where are you? Okay, and I knew that the focus was not set really high, but well, it sounded like Minecraft music at first. There's like a surprising amount of pieces. I guess I could get the X-Acto knife because it's like there are like little pieces that I feel like I want to trim off. Although the X-Acto knife is probably not the best to use. Hello, Wholesome. OVT Minecraft series? Oh dear. Music Dildo? I'm not sure what you mean. You know, it's funny you mentioned a Minecraft spin. Did you know that there's actually a Konbini Angel Minecraft spin that someone made a while back? Unfortunately, they tried to like send it to me and friend request me on Discord. However, I didn't accept it because I saw that they were under 18 years old, so I didn't accept their friend request. I don't know about now, but it was really amazing to see that they made a Minecraft skin of the Condini angel. Wait, what's with all the dots? It sounds like there's something wrong or something bad about what I just said. Oh my goodness, just seeing 3 dots is so dramatic. Oh goodness, this music. The music is nostalgic. Wow, everything got so serious. So dramatic. Oh my goodness, this hearing this song makes me miss the pink angel. And she was like feeling the warmth of the lights. What a magic. You know, there are moments where I genuinely don't know where some of those angels came from, to be honest. Like, I literally don't know sometimes, like, how to revisit some of them, if that makes sense. It's really interesting. Why I feel like that's on wrong. Maybe that's on right. Yeah, no, that seems correct. Yeah, now we do that, and you have to channel them. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Thank you for all the hearts, too. And yeah, being lost in the music is nice. Sometimes no words are needed. Okay, there's a bunch of different hands. The aura is too powerful. Wait, build 4 sets, build 2 sets, what the heck? Is that if I wanted to have like a bunch of different hands already pre-built? Probably. So I'll just do the 2. Cozy time. Sleep well, bingus. Oh, it's that little part right there. Wow. So one of these and one of these. Hey, do I have the sleeping emoji? Do we have like the... Oh yeah, there it is. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Wow. Oh my goodness, we have so many little fun emojis. I swapped out the lurking one. I swapped out the Christmas one with the bag. Whatever that is. I swapped that out for the lurking one. It said we were like 13 members away from unlocking another one. I'm not really sure how it determines all of that. Well, that's a lot of sleeping emojis while everyone's sleeping. Eventually, chat just dies down and there's no activity, but everyone's still here just sleeping. Oh, thank you, David. Thank you for the memberships. Wow, someone named has ASMR in their name. And hello, Mr. Knight. And hello, Doku City. And thank you, Magi. Yeah, it won't update right away, but that should unlock another emoji. I don't know. Possibly. That's what I saw right before stream. Oh, ASMR, yeah. Enjoy your movie and your food, Willie. Okay, one of these I start cutting. Let's buy this one. It is crazy. I can see why people get like files and stuff, like glass files, to really smooth everything out. I'm seeing some pieces that I'm like, the nippers are good, but I actually think that the blade that I was using was actually more precise in a way. It was certainly harder to cut, but I think that when I did, it offered a more precision cut. Emoji. Oh my goodness, if there was an emo angel, could we technically call her emoji? Wow. Exacto just by chance? Oh my goodness, Arava, that's a great point too. Wow. I'll bend over. And now we choose a hand. So I would like to go with one that's just kind of like the yeah, I'll go with these two. I don't really want to have her holding anything. Inside or limbo. That's interesting. I just saw that something released today. That's on my Steam wish list. I've played Limbo actually. There's a playthrough on the channel. I believe Inside is another one by them. Exacto can be translated to exactly or precise in Spanish. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. These little pieces though, that's crazy. I'm actually really surprised by that. Big chunks. Also got another manga from that arrived, but it was actually ordered a while ago, and it took a while to arrive. It's very cultured. I don't know the name of it, but I definitely can't show it on camera. But I really like the art style. I know that's like a vague post. And yeah, I did actually choose to have vocals in the music today. Yeah, actually, I am looking forward to this one. Like, I know some of the cultured mangas that I get are kind of silly a little bit, but some of them are kind of deep and whatnot. This one is it's pretty interesting. I know it's not the Hooters one, like the Hooters parody, Hooters or something like that. I haven't read that one yet. It's funny, I don't read a lot, and yet most most of my reading material are like cultured mangas. It's kind of like collecting artwork in a way. Hello, Cherry. That time I crashed landed on a planet of tentacles. Yeah, there are some. I don't have a lot of tentacle related stuff, but I have a little bit. Your roommate's reading one right now? Wow, that's pretty wild. Okay, look at that. 1 hour and 30 minutes later, I completed an arm. Oh my goodness. Obviously, if you were doing this yourself, you know, you'd probably like go at your own pace and, you know, focus on it and whatnot, but clearly, you know, I'm bouncing between many things. But also, even if I wasn't, the nice thing about this, especially if you have a spot designated for such things, is you don't have to rush. You can take your time. You can have something on while you do it. You can watch something. You can work on it for a while, come back the next day, come back a few days later, come back the next week. There's really no rush. It's just a little different, you know, when you stream. You live in Japan, but you only know like basic stuff. Like cultured manga is definitely not a good start. Well, okay, let me tell you this though. Let me tell you something very important about cultured manga. Cultured manga Andy in some ways. An inside look into the unspoken mind, the unspoken culture, the unspoken desires, the deeper layers. And it's not just exclusive to Japan, though a lot of it is reflected, reflections of their culture for sure. Magnetic rose? I've never heard of that. You've already read 3 of them? Wow, you're reading a lot quicker than I read manga, that's for sure. You have no privacy? That's unfortunate. But you know what? It's time to just own it. You just walk up and slap the manga down and you just say, you know, what are you looking at? You have a problem? Go somewhere else then. I'm just kidding. And yeah, shock. The ones you did took a while too, the 30-minute sisters. But you were also doing a bunch of different sets and making them very custom too. How to get evicted? Wow. You never know sometimes, like, you never know sometimes what drastic moves you need to make in order to enjoy things that you want to enjoy. You know, the cost of not enjoying could actually be more than the cost of enjoying. Although that could really be not true if it's something you really shouldn't be doing. Then the cost could be really great. Bleach, yeah. I haven't really watched Bleach. Nicholas. Oh wow, symbols for where? That's interesting you mentioned that. I've been really meaning to watch the memories or like those films you mentioned. I met someone in VR who well, I can't say where they work, but they're a 3D animator, and they work on some. There's laser swords. There's laser swords, and some of the stuff that they are a part of, and they highly recommended those older anime films, and I've been meaning to watch them, but I haven't actually like found a source or a way yet. Okay, so one arm down. I wonder if I could attach it, actually. Well, I probably need to build the body, so I won't even put it on yet. But now I need to build another arm, like a reverse arm. Now I gotta do that all again. And yeah, if you needed to fall asleep, this might be the stream to do it. Also, I saw that Dark Souls 2 and 3 are on sale. I honestly wasn't sure if you all would recommend Dark Souls 2, or if I should just skip to Dark Souls 3 when the time comes. Well, temporal. I have been making some major progress with my controller tracking for VR, like filming. And that's really huge. I'm really happy about that. However, I'm having to work through some other issues where the controllers work, but then two of the trackers won't work. And then when the two trackers work, the controllers won't work. So, I'm having to work through all of that. It's not bad, it's very overheated. Dark Souls 2. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to look into maybe picking them up. Skip to Bloodborne? Yeah, now, David, now we're talking. Yeah, that's a great point. That is a great point. Dark Souls 3 was too easy for you? Wow, that's pretty interesting. Sleep well, Proto. And hello, TOZ. I like the sound of this instrument that's being played. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like a little table with some strings and they move a thing on it. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it's really nice. Stardew Valley vibes. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I've never played that, but I saw that some new game came out, or it's like an early release or something, and it's like really similar but very anime style. It gives you more, Dark Souls 3 gives you more options to approach stuff. They slide, oh wow. Literally sliding around. That's crazy. I would love to try something like that. And Shock. I'm actually surprised you're still awake, as you mentioned earlier about not getting much sleep. Secretly, the music being played on the stream is actually all part of a plan to make you fall asleep. And then you fall asleep with the stream running and it counts as a view. And slowly over time, everyone falls asleep. And then, just kidding. Although actually, in all seriousness, that's actually a strategy for people who stream on Twitch, when they do like subathons and whatnot. People actually bank on the idea that that people become inactive, they fall asleep, or they just leave the stream running. And when they raid like another account, those accounts transfer over with it. It's wild. You don't think you'd ever fall asleep to ASMR? Well, I don't think this is ASMR, so I guess it won't happen today either. Oh yeah, actual sleep stream? That'd be wild. Especially if it was in VR. That would be like next level. Like actually sleeping with the, with an angel like literally next to you, and there's like a little fireplace crackling in the background, or the music or something, or rain. That would be crazy. New video, new video. Hello, 9-man bot. I see Japanese gremlin. With loaves clapping the fence, that's pretty cute. Wow. You fall asleep to Elden Ring lore. I bet that's actually pretty nice. Wow. I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like if I was listening to the stream, I'd be feeling pretty sleepy. ASMR, like Minecraft, yeah. You fall asleep to ASMR almost every night. Is there a particular style of ASMR, or is it just kind of change with your mood? Gotta play some heavy metal, yeah, it's incoming. It's a secret, a surprise. Hollow Knight more, you fall asleep to that. It is interesting, the idea of falling asleep to lore. Is Lily the witch today? I'm not familiar. If it's not the one with the... Wait, is that the multi-arm blue lady? Ran out of power drill, wow. Oh my goodness, David, what the heck? You accidentally wiped your camp of Fallout 76? I can't even imagine how that happened. Oh my goodness, wait, so you have to regrind the legendary mods, or is it just like your camp? It's like a separate thing. Every day I fall asleep. Wow. At that point, David, I don't know. If it was me, if it was like a crazy loss, I feel like I would start a different game at that point. Unless it's actually like fun and I'm just not familiar with the process. Oh, true, Galarian, yeah. The different sounds. It's a separate thing? Oh, okay. I'm trying to apply a little bit more pressure to try and avoid having a little pieces left. Oh my goodness. Like the little excess, but feels like it's still getting a little bit better at technique. It's certainly easy with the nippers. It's like super easy. Angel's egg? I've never heard of that. Oh, interesting. Temporal. I mean, if I lose something in the game, it doesn't necessarily mean I will stop playing it. But it's one of those things where with every game, I eventually reach a point where I squeezed the orange enough, and there's just really not much left for me. Or I reach a point where I don't know. Interesting. Like Final Fantasy 14. Sometimes there's the concern, the deep down, sometimes I want to run away from it. That I like it so much, and I want to put so much time into it. And yet I know one day I'm gonna stop playing it. I don't know when, but it will happen one day. And when I do, I'll log out. And that will be that. But you can't, of course, it's not good to have the mindset all the time, because you walk away with memories, laughter, joy, feelings of triumph with people you enjoy playing with. From a purely single player experience, maybe, it can be satisfying if you enjoy the story, or if you enjoy the grind of leveling up characters. Interesting. It's the same with every MMO, or you could say with every game. Reaching those points where you don't know if you should keep playing or if you should put down the remote, walk away from the keyboard, turn off the computer. And maybe there's something else calling to you. It's interesting. And Bird, enjoy locking in again. And hello, DPC. Ghost in the Shell. I've only seen the live action movie, unfortunately. Oh, okay, so all the items in the camp and stuff like that got stored. Okay, that's good. Hello, Sumiki. Yeah, I would like to explore eventually some of the other 30-minute sisters, but for now, I'm working with some of the accessory kits for this one. Although it's taken a really long time just to do an arm. But that's also because it's just the pace I'm doing it. Yeah. I never played Grand Theft Auto Online, but I'm sure it's a lot of fun, especially if you have friends to play with it. YouTube crashed. Oh dear. It does mess up sometimes. The mobile suit Barbas. Like a Gundam? Neurons triggered Gundam. Oh, I just realized I took some pieces from another tray when I could just get them from right here, literally with the hands associated with them. Oh well. The magic forest is here. Yeah. Oh wow, the One Piece is still on there. One Piece is real. You didn't hear that from me though. And the music can help you imagine a scene. You like that? Yes, I certainly like hearing music and imagining things. Sometimes I imagine scenes and then I think to myself, I don't know how I'm gonna actually make that like a video and stuff. I don't think I've made a single video that has turned out how I imagined it. They always take on some sort of other life that I didn't expect. It's interesting. Valerian. Feeling of hope. It's good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought I chopped off her pinky. Never mind. And so it just has like a big piece attached to it. would go drink her fancy tea. Yeah, I suppose not. I think the part that is, it's okay that people don't really realize, and that's part of the point. I think something that's really not, it's probably better that it's not thought about by the viewer, is the fact that every single video, nothing you're hearing in the video is something I'm hearing when I'm filming. Like, I don't hear anything you're hearing when I film. Like in her ordinary night, with the heart rate, well, I say heart rate, but like with the monitor, the medical beeping sounds, like when I was filming, I never once heard those sounds. So it wasn't until actually watching the footage like a week later or something, or longer, that I saw her, I saw that angel looking at something, responding to something. And so I created what they were responding to. It's wild. Or what it seemed like they were reacting to. They were clearly checking on them. They were clearly checking something over there. There's a surprising amount of storytelling that happens after, like in the editing phase. There's actually like a very interesting amount of creating that happens in the editing phase that was not present when it was being filmed. In Japanese script, I appreciate it. And yeah, letting it happen naturally. It's very interesting. If that would be like that. Basically, the angels are living in their moment. They're responding to the reality that's there in that moment. And when I go to edit, I am seeing basically what happened. It's kind of interesting. Like, obviously I have some context and idea, but especially if I go like a week or so without looking at the footage, when I finally do look at the footage and begin cutting and editing, it's silent because I don't have any audio from the world, because I don't want to deal with copyright and all of that, and also the world don't necessarily have audio that I want to use. So sometimes, okay, like, so every single video has this example. Every single video, there's no audio in the video that was present when I was filming. And I think a huge example of this is her endless testing. the narrative of that video, it may not be like a video that a lot of people resonate with or watch. I enjoy it. I find it really interesting or relaxing and whatnot, but and sleep well, Foxy. Very endless testing though. It's very interesting because there's a whole narrative that's created through sound alone, through the ambience, the tones, like the bell sort of tone sounds. And those same sounds are heard in Why Waits, the newest video. But it's interesting though, because if you watch the video, her endless testing, you'll see the angel respond to things as if they're hearing certain things. There's even a moment where they're trying to pry open the door, and it's not something that would be like consciously noticed, but the audio, the sound, the things that are being played over basically like speakers into the room that she's in, it responds to her trying to open the door. So instead of playing like something nice, the ambience that is played as she's trying to open the door becomes overwhelming, becomes chaotic. It's like a very disorienting sort of ambience. It's like layered with office sounds and all this like weird stuff. And then suddenly you see her in the corner feeling kind of defeated and whatnot. So there's like different things going on with the audio. Some of it is very sinister. And the tones, the sounds, like the sort of bell sounds, those are really important. But yeah, any more ASMR ideas? Well, I always have ideas and whatnot, but it just comes down to what actually gets done. Okay, well there is the instructions for the left time, but I totally just made that. I think it turned out fine. But in addition to videos, I mean, there's so much more I need to do too, like updating the VRM model for streaming, creating the new start screen, be right back screen, and maybe even like a ending screen, you know, all sorts of like little stuff. And temporal that is interesting about the outlook and life and experience and stuff. I love furry. You don't know whether to trust the deeds that you're not. You know, it brings up an interesting topic, and I meant to reach back out to Torian about this. They may have been joking and whatnot. Obviously, to some degree, they joke a lot, but Tori, the creator of the Buddha avatar and the band avatar and the bond, they messaged me and they said, make Bon or the Y units, make them, don't make them bad. Make them like a good individual and not just like a villain or a bad character. And you know, the thing is, they're not actually bad. In fact, they're actually kind of a protector of sorts. Yes, they're the Y units in the latest video, the Y units are designed with the purpose of eliminating angels that could be a liability to the Divine Heart Corporation. However, when you actually understand the Y unit, they're not out to hurt anyone else. And the angels that could become a liability could actually be truly dangerous to people, to humans, and even other angels. So, the Y units are not actually bad, but it's easy to take them as being something evil or negative because they are capable of violence. But in a way, their violence is necessary to stop a potentially even worse situation. It's a very interesting thing. Okay, now we're building the legs. Oh wow, there's feet. Do you think they would be at odds with having a domestic life with regular angels? I would find it extremely rare that a Y unit would ever have a normal domestic life, like with angels and whatnot. They're not exactly made for normal activities. With their own unique flaws, yeah. Though, apparently, we've only seen the Y units with, well, basically in a very kind of state of being, you know, other than sea and whatnot, but the unit that you saw, the Y unit that you saw in the previous or the newest video, that she is indeed waiting. And when it's her time to spring into action, she will not be quite as friendly, that's for sure. But I also think that her violent side actually makes her even more endearing in a way. The contrast. Oh goodness, this is definitely a part where you'd want like a sanding tool. These are some rather big chunks. Props to those that actually take the time to use like glass files and whatnot to really get like super smooth edges. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Very. That's a good point, temporal. It's kind of like one of those things that Y units, Y units are like moderators. They have a thankless job sometimes. Now, one thing, I think it's been asked before, and I haven't been in the comments of the video for a little bit. However, they do have a handler, so to speak. Oh, Blair. The mods uprising. Imagine if each mod had a Y unit assigned to them. That would be wild. No question though, would you rather have a Y unit or an angel? Or an angel unit? I will say though that the reason they're called Y is not just because of some of the silhouette or the shape. It's actually really, like, it's much more sad. It's really kind of horrible as to why they're called Y. But I don't know. I'm not even sure that I want to really divulge that kind of information at this time, but yeah. Like when you really think about why, and you hear it for more than just the letter, you hear it as a word, you hear it as a question. You're interested in angels yourself? Yeah, I agree. No, I will say though that if the Y models had a different hairstyle that didn't have the big ears, I think that's the direction I would prefer to go with them. but the ears are actually pretty cute too. And you can make them smaller or even bigger. You'd like to own broken angels, yeah. Why are we here just to suffer? Oh, my X and Z units as well. Oh, well, we'll see what Dorian creates next. You know, what my units do, their occupation, so to speak. If you were to think that Y units actually were conscious at all or had any sort of thought or ability to question why they're doing what they're doing, it wouldn't really be a very pleasant experience. It'd pretty much be to become aware or to become online, so to speak. And you're pretty much controlled by an entity who just wants you to eliminate things, whether you agree or whether you even know if it's correct or not. You're sort of forced to. Is the glass half full? Potentially. Yeah, I just had to insert another coin into the jukebox. Serverline. It's not too bad. It could seem a little overwhelming sometimes, but it's not too bad. The instructions. Well, you could say temporal that the job of the handler of the Y unit, they are important to help a Y unit. Like you mentioned, to sort of help them be okay, so to speak. Yeah, you could say glass half full temporal if you look at it like that. I mean, they are created by an organization with the word heart in their name, the Divine Heart Corporation. So surely there has to be some sort of love, some sort of affection involved. Oh, dark brother. Oh my goodness, the hand stretching little emoji. Sometimes I feel like you all wouldn't notice little moments like that. That you'd be occupied with other things that you have going on. Hello, you must. You share this state of being with me. Well, thank you. It is an honor. In this strange reality, all of life. Possibly, Arhova. Nanoboxes, you said no regrets. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I hope that school is going well. I know that might be a little too personal to bring up, perhaps. I know also my hands are not super far onto the screen, so I apologize. Hello, Dragon Soul. while we're about to attach part of her butt. Oh my goodness, all the interesting emojis. Wow. Which is really interesting and kind of funny because the interesting emojis features the older face design where there's like the little extra arch underneath the eyebrows and above the eyes. And then the eyebrows were a little higher too. So it looked like it was a little bit more like sassy, a little bit more attitude. It aged really well, yeah. Very thankful for all the emojis that have been made over time. Like, I thought I would make a lot more of the emojis myself, or I would commission a bunch more. And yet, we've been able to have so many beautiful emojis and funny things just from screenshots and whatnot. It's pretty wild. Pretty impressive how creative many here are. How we gave each emoji a meaning over time. Yeah, it's like another language, which I really love. Love an angel with attitude. Yeah, we haven't seen too many like tsundere angels yet. You're hoping to see an angel with attitudes then. It's true they can be programmed to have like attitudes, so it's really something that can very much happen. Beach angel, well, you picked up on that. Japanese gremlin, yeah, there is a little bit of that. She was definitely like a very interesting, like a certain kind of partner vibe. Excited and everything, caring, but also a little bit kind of what you mentioned. That's really funny you picked up on that. Wow. Trying to get the viewer in the water with the fishes. Oh my goodness, you know, while I do wish that I had pulled the camera back a little bit so you could see the shoreline and not think that she's like out in the ocean. It's like some people are like, whoa, like that's like deep water, but really she was literally at the shore, more like a little fish go along like the shoreline. But I really enjoyed that moment. It was a really sweet moment. Yeah, waterproof for sure. An angel who didn't show emotion? Definitely a thing. 100%. There's also an angel I look forward to meeting or like, you know, like filming or whatever, which operates an elevator. That's their life. Each angel was a bit more playful. Becomes apparent in VR. FWIW, what does that mean? Ochi, right? Oh yeah, Japanese Gremlin. I really like that show for what it's worth. Oh, I see where the shoreline is. That's a good point. Oh my goodness, yeah. I absolutely love that you've had that experience, Sean. It is still a really amazing thing to me. I don't know, but yeah, I could definitely understand that sometimes, you know, not needing to say so much, not kind of overstimulating this quiet affection and meaningful movements and whatnot. The world is full of so many moments of just tons of chatter and noise. You know, it's actually kind of funny when you study, or like, not so much study, but when you learn about sound. Noise is the label that is given to sound generated by humans. Human inventions and human-made sounds is noise, like machinery and cars and airplanes and stuff. It is actually what noise is. Exactly, temporal. It's funny how that works. There is a term for sounds that come from nature, like the organic life and whatnot. And there's sounds for the wind, the water, things of that style. But noise is the sound of the human inventions and human-made sounds. Exactly, sign, noise, smashing the keyboard, I'm losing. And it's the same off. It seems like something's off. No, I guess they're correct. Wait, the theater backwards. This is good. Potato. My owner's favorite and least favorite sounds. It's an interesting question. I actually don't know the answer to that. I would say the sound of a shower is certainly a very nice one. Oh, you're okay, potato. There are a lot of irritating or vexing sounds in the world. Mostly human sounds. And yet, humans can also produce very beautiful sounds. Rain on a metal roof. I've also seen studies about sound that said a baby's cry was considered one of the worst sounds. And there may be some actual, reasoning behind that, some very practical potential reasons. The hammer sound in Dark Souls, you're not wrong about that. That's actually a horrendous sound. I know it's for the blacksmithing and maybe that's pretty accurate, but oh my goodness. That was a really loud sound and a really obnoxiously sharp sound. If you didn't have tinnitus, you would have it after playing Dark Souls 1, being around the blacksmith. The sound cue of a confirmed kill in Battlefield. I don't even know what the confirmed kill sound is. I guess I didn't pay attention to that. I should just make it a stream alert. The Dark Souls blacksmith sound. Yo. Okay, now these pieces. 21 and 17. Those principal too had a lot of sounds that would fit in the stream. Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness, I just had two pieces roll that I think they're salvageable. 50 gifted memberships equals 50 strength of the hammer. No. Hey, there's one. I also want to say that this music has been fantastic. Like, I realize it's something we kind of say somewhat often over time, but wow. The headshot kill, oh yeah, I think I know that one, but this reminds me, I kind of skimmed through a video today. Yeah, it has been fairly fitting. Yeah. Music. I watched a video today, or like a little bit of a clip. I skimmed through around not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts 3, a secret boss that was in Kingdom Hearts 3. And it was really fascinating because the secret boss, when the fight is over, this character wakes up in a car, and the car is like the exact scene, the shots, and everything match the trailer for Final Fantasy 13 Versus, I believe it was. With someone named Noctis and like a car, all this kind of stuff. But anyways, it's super interesting because it's a secret boss in Kingdom Hearts, and basically it has like no context. Like people like have no idea what a lot of the dialogue really means. But it seems like, and I could be wrong because I haven't looked it up, but it seems like whoever created Kingdom Hearts 3 was a part of the Final Fantasy Versus project. And because I got canceled or it never like came into fruition, the secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 3 seems like it's an Easter egg of what Versus was supposed to be, because this character literally wakes up in the exact same shot in the back of a car in the same kind of situation and vibe as the Versus. So if you look up Kingdom Hearts 3 secret boss, you may find what I'm talking about, but yeah, it's pretty wild. But like the character, they seem to be quoting lines from Sora though, which is really wild. Like waking up and saying that like everything feels like a dream, and I don't know, like different things that Sora has said. It's really wild. Kingdom Hearts playthrough, next stream, let's go. I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and you know, story-wise, I don't really care, but it's fun though. It was a nice vibe. Okay, this is gonna be interesting how to fit this in here. The fan dub? Oh no, I have not. I don't particularly watch anything like that. Like fan dubs. Here's interesting though. Oh wow, another tray completed. Okay, I'm attaching a butt. You need some tamales right now? I'm gonna help you enjoy them. Exactly. Thick tea. Wow. Okay, making progress. Making progress. We haven't even got to the torso yet, which is the other boss, which is wild. Sleep well, Blair. My favorite genre of music. Hello, Garrett. Hmm. I would say if I really had to choose, because I listen to quite a variety. If I only had one style of music to listen to, I would say classical music. It can also range from really soft to exciting to fun and sad. But yeah, I guess classical music is sort of like the base. But electronic music's nice sometimes, like other types of music, a little aesthetic. I've never heard of Scavenger's Reign. Yeah, I would say that I don't listen to classical music all the time because, I mean, realistically, classical is kind of mixed in with a lot of the music styles that I might listen to. When I say classical, maybe it's more like orchestral, instrumental. I listen to a variety of music though that can be kind of like jazz, electronic, classical, movie soundtrack vibes, all sorts of range of stuff. Even like stuff like Don Tolliver, maybe some heavier metal stuff. I listened to some Sleep Token recently. I'm really enjoying the Signalis music, or actually music from the artist 1000 Eyes, who makes the music for Signalis. They have a lot of other good music on their channel too, very ambient. The background music is from Artlist, which is a subscription I paid for, like licensed music. That music could be in that game. That's interesting. They may be using it in their game. Okay, so now we have kind of fleshy legs and arms on our 30-minute sister. It's taken 3 hours to build the arms and legs, which is wild. I will say the quality, I know that it's just the style that it is, But there is something kind of, it's interesting. Like, they're very posable, but they're also kind of cheap in a way, if that makes sense. No, I know you can mix and match things from the Gundams, which is really cool. Fragile, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, kind of. Like, they're interesting for sure. Like, they pose really good, but you have to be okay with stuff like this, where it's like kind of exposed joints in a way, so you have to kind of pose it in ways that are maybe less so. Or like right back here, how the butt kind of looks a little like exposed, a little open. They're ball jointed dolls. They're similar for sure. I mean, they do seem to operate with that kind of similar design. You gotta scam with your tamales. Tamales. You wanted one with cheese and got no cheese. You broke some pieces disassembling the paint. Oh wow. That's wild. You know, it's interesting because even though they're made by Bandai, it makes like the Gundams and stuff, I'm really curious about the Kotobukiya models. I'm really curious how those are gonna go. And I also wonder if I really should look into getting like a sanding file or something. There's a part of me that actually thinks that after I assemble like these packages, I'm not sure I'm interested in more 30-minute sister models in the future beyond this one. It's interesting. Like, I guess it is pretty cute as it comes together. But there's something kind of like hard to explain about. And maybe if I change the face too, and maybe got different hair, one might have been enough for you. Yeah, I could definitely see it. Well, especially the amount of effort he put into it as well. A 1 hour sister? Oh wow, that'll be like a 100-hour model. And then of course it's one of those things where as you slowly start to say that you're not interested in getting more of something, and then you're looking at it and you're like, actually it's really sweet and really special, and now I don't want to say no. Yeah, a lot of the kids are kind of similar. That's true, unless the hair and stuff. Well, so technically, we have this, but then to go with it, we were going to be doing the bikini. Where do they go? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, the smaller gun pocket. Yeah, there are like really small Gundams. So this comes with the torso, like the upper body. And then the bikini. So like this portion is what you would build and then replace the middle part. which might be like a huge upgrade. And then suddenly, I love 30-minute sisters and, you know, hello, Jared. It is interesting. Like when you don't have the sanding tools, there are a lot of little blemishes on the model. And I can definitely see how learning how to sand those pieces off would really help enhance the look of the model. And I don't know if this scalpel would help with that, because there are some other pieces elsewhere too. And maybe with the Gundam that I built, it was a little less noticeable because of the color of the model being white. A torso wearing a hoodie? Yeah, I'm not sure. There are also these other parts too that it came with. Your collection is skyrocketing. Well, I'm not sure if Alpha Fox, I don't know if they went bankrupt or not, but I imagine collections would start becoming a lot more affordable to be able to purchase. If you wanted to pick up some, I mean, now is probably the best time. You used gun timer gate remover. Interesting. Hello, Muku. Or Maku. Muku. Jumping bros. And I could put these other limbs back into the original box that they came from. And technically she has this little tail too. That she's kind of like a raccoon or something. Oh yeah, so if you look at the first instructions, this one with the shorter hair, these ones are so cute. I honestly think a part of how I feel is literally affected by like the face and hair of this particular model that I have. Maybe changing the face would be beneficial. But I think I just really like the hairstyle and the face on these ones. They all seem to have like the thicker eyebrows, which I don't mind. More likely they're probably all like a template style. I guess too, when it comes down to it, when I see this design and then the finished product is, well, this isn't the finished product of that, but I guess it's like, it is what it is because it's the model. And it's not like, some crazy $3,000 Square Enix model. But when you see the artwork, it's almost like you're getting, like, catfished just a little bit into how you think it's gonna turn out. If that makes sense. But you don't really know though until you try it. Oh my goodness. Any bugs abdomen. That's interesting. But yeah, I think once the other torso is on, that'll be pretty nice. And then also like the darker pieces too, I bet are pretty nice too. And then of course going like full combat mode is pleasant as well. Even like this is pretty cute with like the more bigger arms and whatnot. Well, I actually am gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream for today. I know I was gonna do the other boss to do the torso. However, I actually think I might do the torso personally. Like, I haven't really done any of these projects on my own, like off stream. And I actually think that it would be kind of enjoyable to do that project like off stream. Plus I have some more plans for after stream, trying to troubleshoot different things and whatnot. So I need to clean this little area up and all the little dusties. But yes, it is funny that each time we do the 30-minute sister, I plan on opening so many more boxes than I actually end up doing. But overall, enjoyable, really learning experience, and overcoming another overwhelming model building experience. Even though it's really basic, there's still that moment where you see the instructions and you're like, oh my goodness, where do you even begin? Although thankfully it tells you where to begin. Hearts to you all. No, it's Galaxy, dude. Three-hour sister was assembled, yeah. I'm glad it was relaxing for you. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.